there is Copperhead number 2. Whoa, he's a feisty one too, dang. Good evening, everybody, from beautiful Alabama. It is a nice warm afternoon here in mid-September, and I'm looking to do some road cruising. So I'm gonna meet up with Micah and we're gonna drive around out here for a little bit and see what all we can turn up. But it's a beautiful day, beautiful area, and we know there's a lot of snakes here, so I'm pretty optimistic we'll get into some good stuff today. So we'll see what we can do. Well, we just got out to take a break from driving, and I flipped this random piece of bark on the ground, and underneath it is a scarlet snake. What on earth? That is awesome. Well, that is a really good way to start the day. Not something we were expecting to see at all, at least not undercover, but just under that little random piece of bark on the ground. We stopped to flip rocks because we were bored of cruising, and sure enough, nice little scarlet snake. Well, that is a very nice surprise to start out the day. Definitely not expected, but always a beautiful snake that we're very happy to see. And not something I've actually seen at this spot before, so really, really neat. Great way to start the day. But I'm just going to put this guy back under his rock, and we're probably going to get back to cruising because it is getting to be that time of day where stuff should be coming out, crossing the road. So nice northern scarlet snake to start out the episode. Not bad at all. Beautiful habitat too. All right, little dude. There you go.
All day out here flipping around.
Goodbye. Goodbye, Rattlesnake.
Alright, well, our rock flipping detour is over and we're back on the road. It's going to be getting dark here shortly, so hopefully stuff will start moving. Alright, everyone. Well, the night is off to a very slow start. In fact, I'm kind of concerned we might get goose-egged out here because it's 8:30 at this point, Georgia time. We haven't seen anything yet. There's still a little bit of light on the horizon, but the last couple of nights, most of the activity has been during this window, and we still haven't seen a single thing, so we might end up having a one snake day, but we're going to keep at it a little bit longer and hope stuff starts moving. But it's definitely not going to be a cleanup night out here, I don't think, unfortunately. Well, no sooner had I basically given up any hope of seeing anything, and there's this little beauty in the road. Look at that. Beautiful little canebrake is our first snake of the night, and the first one I've seen in this exact area. I was actually just joking with Micah that I would really hate to see a canebrake about now, mostly as a joke because I really was expecting to pretty much get goose egg today, and then this little guy materialized. Alright, well, this little beauty finally calmed down and sat still, but really nice looking yearling canebrake rattlesnake is our only snake we've seen on the road so far. But hopefully this is a good indicator that stuff is starting to move, so just gonna let this little beauty keep crawling, and we're gonna keep driving. Such a gentle snake. This thing has not once even tried to strike at us, and in fact, he's too placid to really get him to coil up. Took forever to get him to coil up under my hat, but really good looking little snake. We're gonna get back on the road and hope there's more stuff out. Good evening, everybody. It is the next day. I'm out here with Yachten today in a local area. I hadn't even run an intro yet, and we just kind of stumbled across this guy. Nice handsome copperhead on the road, on a dirt road that I never really see snakes on, so I wasn't expecting to find anything just yet, but good way to start out the day with a nice copperhead. But we're going to be night cruising around here tonight, really hoping to see some of the more uncommon snakes like pygmies and mole kings in this area, but that's a good way to start. Nice copperhead. Well, it's been a fat minute since we saw the copperhead, but it's nice and warm tonight. I think we're going to have a larger window than we have recently, but here's a nice little juvenile gray rat snake to start off the after dark movement. All right, little dude, let's get you out of the road and keep moving.
I covered the spider webs.
You good with this guy?
Yeah.
They're always so much more agreeable when they're that size. They don't musk or bite. It's always nice. All right, we're gonna keep at it. Hopefully there will be more stuff to come. And like not even 5 minutes later, a beautiful little neonate copperhead. It seems like stuff is moving decently well right now, so as usual this time of year, we're gonna try to keep moving and just get as many snakes as we can. But beautiful little baby copper.
You can see that neon yellow tail. They use that as a lure to catch prey.
And next up we have what has been the most common snake over the last couple weeks. a little eastern garter snake. We've been seeing these absolutely everywhere, particularly these little neonates that are growing quite fast. This guy's got some size to him already, but always nice to see pretty little snakes, but they are very musky and they've been everywhere, so we're not going to spend much time with them. Avoiding the musk 101.
There we go.
There he goes. All right, back to it. Well, I just screamed pygmy for this baby rat snake in the road. Our next one of these for the night. This guy's a little bit kind of chocolatey compared to the first one. Definitely a little bit different looking, but I mean, snakes are moving pretty good right now. We've been seeing a snake pretty much every pass, so we're gonna try to keep it moving. Juvenile rat snake number 2 for the night. Eraser. All right, guys, well, we got tired of road cruising. We weren't seeing much, so we came and flipped some trash, and Yachtin night flipped a little racer. Just chilling. All right, well, I guess we're just gonna leave that guy right there. Very cool to add another species to the list tonight, I guess. The movement was pretty good. It was just, it kind of seemed to die off pretty dramatically when the dew dropped, which is pretty typical for this time of year, so we're just gonna cover this guy back up and flip through the rest of this. All right, guys, well, I'm currently headed home. It wasn't bad. We saw decent numbers, but it was kind of highlight lacking. We saw a lot of the usual suspects, which is always fine, but 5 snakes in a night out here is solid, including the racer we flipped. That would have been 6, I think, so decent, but we're gonna be back at it again tomorrow, hoping for a little bit more in the way of target species. So I'm gonna call it a night here. If I see anything on the way home, I'll stop, but if not, I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, guys, well, I took yesterday off, and their main reason for that was because I'm going to be spending the next foreseeable future in the field. So I wanted one quick rest day before we get some really weird weather. The next 2 days are probably going to be our last truly hot days of the year. It's going to be in the mid-90s, and the overnight lows are still going to be a little bit cooler than they have been. So I'm anticipating that we're going to get a pretty nice cool down, and it should make for some fantastic road cruising. So I'm going to try to make the most of that, and hopefully I'll be able to wrap up this episode today so I can get it out this week. I think this is the 3rd week of September, so we've got one more full week of the month. I'm really hoping that the cruising will kind of pop off tonight. It's been a little bit so far this week. We did get the one timber in Alabama to start off the episode, but last night that I was out, we just saw a bunch of the usual suspects, which is always fine, but I'm really hoping that we'll be able to get one of those really good nights where we get quality and quantity tonight, but I could see it going either way, so. Well, the first snake of the night is kind of a ridiculous one, and before anyone types, how did you see that? I really don't know. It just caught my attention out of the corner of my eye, and I went back, and sure enough, it is a little hatchling ringneck. I mean, that thing is microscopic. Look at it in the road. I'm standing parallel with my car, and something caught my eye, and I guess the shape of a snake, the vague outline of a snake at least, if you could even call it that. But it is in fact our first snake of the night, a little ringneck crossing the road in the daytime still. Very cool. And once again, look how small this guy is. He's absolutely microscopic. I cannot believe I saw him, but still very cool. I'm happy to see that. Always nice to see a ringneck during the daytime, kind of odd, a little bit unusual, but stuff's moving, so I'm just gonna move that guy to the road and we're gonna keep cruising. All right, little dude. That is so ridiculously small. I mean, he is like even smaller than the other babies we've been seeing this year. I don't know if he hatched later or if I'm just crazy and the ones we've been seeing are actually yearlings or what, but I guess I'll walk him over to the wood line here so he doesn't get eaten by a bird or anything. Here is another tiny man. This time it's not even a snake. It's a little ground skink. What are you doing out here? It's about to get dark. Very cute. All right, I'm gonna get him out of the road. Whoa. All right, well, the sun is getting low in the sky. It's actually about to be dusk, and right here is our next snake of the night, a fiery little neonate copperhead. We've been seeing quite a few of these guys lately, and I'm sure they're going to be very common over the next couple of weeks. Look at that little guy. Very cute. So I'm just gonna get him out of the road, but look at that beautiful little yellow tail. I know I always point it out, but it's hard to not point out that kind of absurdly beautiful color. Come on, dude. What's up with that? All right, I'm gonna get him out of the road and we're gonna keep cruising. First copperhead of the night. And still not completely dark yet, but here's yet another snake. Nice juvenile gray rat. Check that out. I was really kind of hedging my bets on this area being productive tonight, and so far we've gotten 3 snakes before it's even gotten completely dark, so we're gonna try to keep this moving, and hopefully there will be more to come. But nice little yearling gray rat snake is our next find. Maybe 2 years old. He's got quite a bit of size on him, but they can grow pretty fast, so I wouldn't be surprised if he hatched out last fall. So we'll get him out of the road. All right, things are looking pretty good temperature-wise. It's 76 at 8:05, and I like that. It's a nice range to be in. Hopefully there will be some after dark activity. Well, there is copperhead number 2. Whoa, he's a feisty one too, dang. All right, well, I'm gonna minimize the amount of time I spend messing with this one, and we're just gonna get him out of the road. But 2 copperheads already. All right, off he goes. There we go. I had a good feeling it was gonna happen tonight, and sure enough, there is a beautiful, fairly big pygmy rattlesnake, big male. Very nice. Look at those twin spots on the back. Awesome. Second one from this stretch of road this week. Fantastic. All right, I got the video light out for this little beauty so we can see his colors a little bit better, hopefully, but fantastic. This is exactly what I was really hoping we'd see tonight and kind of expecting to see given the conditions. When I saw that the temperature was gonna spike again this week, I was really hoping that I'd be able to get out and find a few of these, and we got one tonight, and I'm pretty optimistic that we'll be able to get one tomorrow night too, but that'll probably be in a different episode. But anyways, beautiful pygmy rattlesnake. Not the most vibrant one, but I do really like his pattern. We've been doing really well with these this year at this particular spot. Normally, it's a pretty tough area to find them, and it has been pretty tough this year too. I've spent a lot of time out here, and I've only seen, I think, 4. But for me in this area, that is a pretty good success ratio considering how often I come out here. But very nice looking pygmy as our next find. It's about 8:30 at this point, and the snakes have been moving in full force, so I'm going to try to keep it moving and see if we can turn up another one or maybe something else. But very nice Carolina pygmy rattlesnake here in North Georgia. All right, guys, well, it's currently 9:30, and I'm gonna start making my way home here. It doesn't look like there's been anything moving since the pygmy, which is really, really weird. I mean, normally they move a little bit later, but it's kind of weird to see one as our last snake of the night. There hasn't been any brown snakes. And this is the first night in a while we haven't seen a garter snake. They've been absolutely everywhere lately. So definitely a weird night, but it was exactly what I was hoping for. We got decent numbers and some good quality too with the addition of a beautiful little pygmy. But I think I have enough to wrap up this episode here. So unless I see something else on the way home, I'm probably gonna call it here. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Hopefully there will be some cooler weather and we can do a little bit more hiking and flipping.